Hi friends, this is Green Thumb Diaries with Alicia, and today I am going to plant some sweet potatoes. But before I do that, nobody ever talks about this, but does anybody else have this problem? When you have so much stuff that you need something to put it on, in a minute I'm gonna just have to keep one of those, like, tray tables for when you're eating dinner in front of the TV. I'm gonna have to keep one of those out here with me or something, because every time I'm planting I need multiple things and I need somewhere to set my stuff. And I know I could set it on the ground, I know, but I prefer to have it up higher. I have a bad back. I want to make sure that I'm able to get to everything that I need, and it's just easier having a table. Anyhow, I am going to, so basically what's in these pots is compost and potting soil. I went through and broke up the compost that was on top and mixed it in, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some bone meal, blood meal, and Dr. Earth's organic fertilizer. And then when I get ready to plant each individual slip, I'm also going to put a little bit of this mycorrhizal fungi on it to help with the root development. And these looked dead when they came in the mail. I mean, they don't look perfect by any means, but they bounced back. I mean, they're mostly green. And so last year I made the mistake of not planting my sweet potatoes until June 30th, and I lost some good planting time with that. So when we harvested them, they were smaller than they would have been. They weren't super skinny or anything. Like, they had a little bit of, like, density to them. But this year I'm planting them on time so they can get the full 110 days, and then I'll be able to harvest it. And my goal, or my hope, is that they look like regular sweet potatoes that are big. So, I mean, they don't have to be huge. Medium size is good, just bigger than what they were last year. So I have some big pots. Don't quote me on the sizes of these pots. And they may not the camera may not be doing them justice, but these are some big pots. And I think they're 20 to 30 gallons. And then I think these are 10 to 15. So I'm gonna put probably 2 in these smaller ones, 3 in the bigger ones. And then the ones over here, because they're long, but the width of them is smaller, I'll probably only do 1 in each of those. The problem is I have a lot of slips and I want to get the most bang for my buck, but for now this is what we're gonna do, so stay tuned. Okay, so we have the organic fertilizer, the bone meal, and the blood meal in every pot. Just needs to be worked in. So we put the organic fertilizer in there because it's going to feed the soil over time, and there may be nutrients in that organic fertilizer that aren't readily accessible in the compost. Even though the compost is rich, you want to add that organic fertilizer just for good measure. The blood meal is going to provide nitrogen. Nitrogen is what's going to help feed the greenery. So it fell over because my chair wasn't big enough, but it's going to help make the greenery stronger, so that it'll in turn help make the roots grow, make the plant stronger, and then hence grow the potatoes. The phosphorus is what the potato needs in order to get bigger and to grow the actual potato. So that's what the bone meal is for, because it's really rich in phosphorus. So after I work this in, I will get the slips planted. Okay, everything is all mixed in. Now we can actually plant the potato slips, sweet potato slips. Okay, so I think I picked out the healthiest slips. I have 2 other varieties, so I don't want to use up all of my real estate. So those back there are still empty, but I have these planted up front. This variety is called Orleans, and it looks like developed a pretty good root system putting it in that soil. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to sprinkle all the ends with some mycorrhizal powder to help with that root development. And then I'm going to get it planted. Be back in a second. Okay, sweet potatoes are all planted for the Orleans variety. As you can see, there are some little trellises in here. I actually got those from Dollar Tree. That is just so that as the slips grow, because they should grow to be pretty long, and I can basically just wrap them around it. And the reason why you want to wrap them around instead of just letting them sprawl out is because they can actually root from these little spots on there. And so what will happen is the energy will redirect itself to developing roots instead of putting the energy into growing potatoes. So if you keep it out of contact with soil, then everything will go into your potato development. So that's why I have these trellises. I didn't put a trellis on that one because it's pretty high up. So I feel like because I come out here every day, I'll be able to just pull it up and wind it about there. So that's why there's no trellis on those over there. I do want to still get a few more though. I bought those last year and they got the job done. So anyway, that is the sweet potato planting. And if you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment. Thanks so much for watching. Green Thumb Diaries with Alicia.